everyone, and welcome to Sand Creek Park on a sunny Saturday afternoon for CTN's coverage of the Section 7 4A softball tournament. And now a win or go home scenario for the Coon Rapids Cardinals as they face the Andover Huskies. Joe Jan, Howie Shapiro behind home plate. And a warm one. The Cardinals could not get their bats going in the first game of the day.
It is a warm one, and Anoka did a nice job pitching and certainly key hits to get that 4-0 win to put the Cardinals here in this win and continue to play a game.
The Tornadoes got a couple of big bombs from their offense, a solo home run in the second inning by Lexi Tonsager, and then a 2-run shot in the fifth, pushed it to a 4-0 lead. Their pitcher, Peyton Zach, had a no-hitter going with 6 2/3 innings, broken up by a 2-out double by Meg Scheck, but Cardinals just 2 base runners in that contest.
Well, talking to Coach Nienaber right after that game, I said, what are your thoughts on this one? He said, well, we better hit the ball. He said, this is going to be a game where he feels a lot of runs are going to be scored. 12-2 win for Andover in 5 innings.
Well, the Huskies already facing elimination in the first game this morning. But Coon Rapids, after suffering their first loss in the double elimination tournament to number 2 seed Anoka, now try to battle their way back and continue to compete for the section title.
And Elia Johnson getting that opportunity here to start, and you talked about it in the first game. There's been a number of young pitchers, both her and Masteller, getting the job done.
This one rolled left side, scoop by Byrne, plenty of time, throw to Gomez, and there's one away.
Elia comes in with a 6-4 record and a 4.77 ERA. She's pitched 61 2/3 innings, giving up 75 hits, 54 runs, 42 of those were earned, giving up 6 home runs and struck out 32.
Good looking pitch right there to start Halverson behind 0-1.
Well, Coach Nienaber said, we'll start E and see what happens, and hopefully we'll get a strong outing here from her.
Becca Masteller, the freshman, who has also put in a fair amount of innings this season, pitched well in relief in game number 1, but still, I'm sure plenty in the tank. Should she be called on again yet this afternoon? Halverson behind 0-2, able to drive this one back through the box, and a 1-out single to center. Gets something going for Anoka right away, or Andover rather.
Nice piece of hitting there by Halverson, able to cut that fastball down the middle, put it right back up the box.
And now Maya Hermanson, the shortstop for the Huskies, takes a pitch for a strike on the inside edge, 0-1.
So we saw Abby Graham catch that first game. Meg Scheck here catching the second game, and the two of them will trade places. Abby Graham over at second.
Get very tiring playing the catching position on a hot day like today.
Kind of like being the play-by-play guy.
Throw down skips away as it's off the leg of Halverson. But certainly no chance for her to advance. 1-1. This one grounded to third. Byrne to Graham for 1. The relay not in time, but they'll get the lead runner for out number 2.
Again, good defense. And we talked about in the first game, defense is important. It's going to be important here too, especially with 2 pretty good hitting teams. Cardinals unfortunately did not get their bats going in that first game. Look at when they get their opportunity to get to the plate, see if they can get it going here against Andover.
So now Megan Strombeck digs in with 2 away. And Hermanson now the runner at first. Pitch well up out of the zone. And Scheck takes a look down, but will just return it to Johnson in the circle. This one skied just behind second base. Kerr calls off, makes the catch, and a pretty easy inning for the Cardinals in the field. The Huskies get a hit, but leave that runner stranded. No score in the middle of the first on CTN.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
This is the moment I knew. His future had no boundaries.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Back at the ballpark, a balmy 88, 89 degrees. And when the breeze comes through, it's semi-pleasant, but as the air stands still, it is very hot out here on the tarmac. Game number 2, Coon Rapids failing to answer Anoka in the first round or second round this morning. Now find themselves needing to fight to keep their season alive. Number 5 seeded Andover lost first round, but came away with a big win this morning. And looking to keep that momentum going as we move into the bottom of the first inning. Taysa Heifert misses low to leadoff batter Cameron Schmelzer.
Well, the Cardinals, as we talked about, looking here, see if they can bounce back and get their offense back on track. They didn't have it in game 1.
Just 1 hit and 2 base runners. That hit coming again with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning, or top of the 7th inning. This one chopped to the left side. Nice snare by Halverson, the throw in time. And a pretty quick out, number 1 for the Cardinals.
Again, good play in the field. Quick throw, snap across the diamond.
It's a well-hit ball.
Yep.
Got to Halverson in a hurry, but able to snare it, make the throw, record the out. Now Sam Lom will dig in. And a good-looking pitch from Heifert to start her with a strike. Offered at the bunt, but came up empty, 0-2.
Yeah, good spot for Heifert to be in against a pretty good hitter. And certainly one you want to keep off the base paths.
Walks through a pitch up and in, 1-2, but Heifert's got count in her favor still. Goes after a pitch in the dirt and comes up empty. Angel throws down to Williams, complete the out. Strikeout for out number 2.
Again, one I know Sam would love to have back.
Graham, first pitch swinging, found a soft spot in right center, and Graham will be in standing easily with a 2-out double.
Yeah, and this is what the Cardinals have been doing all year. I'm getting that kind of base hitting, and especially from Graham and now Meg Scheck coming up now. Looking to see if they can trade places.
It's a good part of the order now with Elia Johnson standing on deck as Scheck tries to keep the 2-out rally going. And a good-looking pitch called a strike, about thigh high on the inside edge.
Yeah, and she uses that, and it's got some velocity on that pitch as well as bringing it on the inside. Tough one to hit.
And now well outside, evens the count. It was Scheck that came out with the 2-out double in the first game this morning to break up the no-hitter with 2 outs in the 7th. Pitch is low.
Good patience at the plate by Scheck.
Sheck would love her second double of the day.
Yep.
And as you mentioned, try and change places with Abby Graham standing in scoring position. Now 3-1.
Yeah, but these hitters for the Cardinals, very patient at the plate.
Big pitch right here. Misses down and in, ball 4, and there's 2 on. And now the pitcher, Elia Johnson, helping to help her own cause.
A good opportunity for Elia here. Always want to go back in the field with that lead.
Well, and Johnson has been impressive in her sophomore season. Looks at a strike right down the plate on this one.
He's looking to see what Heiferd's going to bring her.
Walked and struck out twice in the game against Anoka, and now quickly in an 0-2 hole. Solid base knock to left. They'll wave the lead runner. Throw is cut off. No time to get Abby Graham. An RBI single for Johnson gets the Cardinals on the board.
Yeah, just a good piece of hitting by Elia Johnson.
Don't try to do too much.
Nope.
Take what the pitcher gives you. And
Emma Heeman.
Nienaber didn't hesitate, circling his lead runner and getting the first run of the game. Now Kennedy Kerr digs in. In on the handle, popped up right side. Underneath it is Strombeck, and that's the 3rd out for the Huskies, but the Cardinals able to get a big 2-out rally, score the first run of the game. They lead 1-0 after 1 on CTN.
Kids will spend 15 minutes watching online videos like this one.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
Did you know you can report problems to the city with your smartphone? Download the Coon Rapids app. The Report It feature allows you to describe the problem, snap a photo, and submit it directly to the city work order system. It's an easy way to report a pothole, broken street light, or other neighborhood concern. No smartphone? Then hop online and report your concern through the city's website. City maintenance problems solved the easy way. Coon Rapids Report It.
Back at the ballpark, Sand Creek, home to these couple of rounds anyway of the Section 7 4A tournament. Second game of the day for both squads. Andover coming off a big victory in an elimination game. Coon Rapids suffering their first loss of the double elimination tournament to second-seeded Anoka. And now they fight to keep their season alive. No score as we start the second. One nothing. Sorry, Coon Rapids as we start the second. Elia Johnson with the RBI single. And now facing her counterpart, Asa Heifert.
Well, the Cardinals able to get a couple of hits against the Huskies in that bottom half of the first. And
this one hit, foul, down and out of play along the left field line.
certainly nice to get a little bit of a lead. But the way these two teams hit the ball, 1-0, is not going to be a comfortable one.
Probably not going to be our final score,
Nope.
You're saying?
Yeah,
Could be.
I would bet that.
Heifert well in front of the changeup from Johnson. Got a piece of it, and rolls it foul, and now behind in the count 1-2. Johnson gave up a hit, but looked pretty solid in the first. Couple of ground balls and a pop-up. This one rolled toward third and foul in front of Abby Graham, or Julia Byrne rather. It'll stay 1-2. A little breeze picking up from
Yeah, it feels good.
behind home plate. Great looking pitch right there. Called third strike. Heifert just watches, and that's the first strikeout of the game for Elia Johnson.
Yeah, that was a pretty pitch, too. And Heifert just kind of looked up and said, nothing I can do about that. It was a pretty one.
Center fielder Madison Schaefer next at the dish for the Huskies. Looks at one up out of the zone, 1-0. This one grounded, one skip to Byrne. Easy play over to Gomez. And there's 2 down.
Yeah, nice job by Byrne just staying in front and just hopped right into her glove. Hit fairly solidly.
Yeah, but right at her.
I was going to say right at her.
Really easy, just, I mean,
Yep.
right in her ready position. It came right to her glove.
It did.
Throws it over, makes it an easy catch at first for Gomez, and 2 away. Madison Angel looks at a pitch down low. Pitch is low, 2-0. This one hits solidly right back through the middle. Good stroke on the ball. Gets Angel a 2-out single here in the top of the second inning.
That pitch left up just a little bit, but a nice base hit back through the box. Huskies trying to get that one, at least that 1 run back.
Needing a 2-out rally here of their own. Sophie Schultz, her first look at Johnson. First pitch, off the handle, and a slow roller to Graham. Throws to Gomez, and that'll end it for Andover in inning number 2. After 1.5, it's Coon Rapids 1 and Andover 0. You're watching Section 7 4A Softball Playoffs on CTN.
Michael Adams? Here. Michael Adams?
Here.
Michael Adams.
Michael Adams.
Students who miss 18 days of school in any grade risk falling behind and not graduating. Absences add up. Keep track at boostattendance.org today.
Oh! Checking your fantasy league?
Nah, just my 401k statement.
Nice. Where'd you find the money for that?
I just been saving a little every month.
I can't seem to save anything.
Well, what about all this? What about the money you're spending?
What money? It's gone before I can get my hands on it.
I got a pizza for a Todd.
Hey, can somebody spot me?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
It's 547.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Beautiful day for a ball game or two. And a great new facility here at Sand Creek Park.
Yes.
Very impressed. Concessions outstanding.
Yes, they were. The brats were good.
The restrooms were very large
Divine.
and clean. Impressive for a ballpark. And my favorite part, the little sitting area there is up by the concession stand where you could actually be in the shade.
Which we were.
For a little bit between games because it's warm out.
Well, I found a little nice breeze coming down from some area in there. I kind of stood there for a while and cooled off. And so then I came back out here and heated right back up.
Welcome back to the sauna.
Yep.
Bottom of the second inning, Carls, Gomez, and Byrne, the scheduled hitters for the Cardinals, already leading 1-0 here. One of these teams will move on to play on Tuesday. The other will clean out their weekend and think back on the season to start their Memorial Day weekend.
Yep.
This is down and in, 2-0 the count to Carls. Big cut comes up empty. Heifert seemed to be cruising to start the first and then ran into some trouble, a double, a walk, and a RBI single with 2 outs. This one hit well to right coming in and then going back to make the play is Sophie Schultz. And there's one away.
Yeah, that ball came off pretty quick off the bat.
And Schultz took about 3 steps in and then got back on it, stayed with it, made the play. Jade Gomez. Watches that one miss outside, 1-0. Second half of a tournament doubleheader. Coon Rapids shut out in the first by Anoka, and now lead 1-0 in the bottom of the second game. With the season on the line, 2-0 count to Gomez. Down low, 3-0.
Yeah, not only shut out in the first, but just 1 base hit. Just 2 base runners.
A very impressive effort by Zach for Anoka. Called strike at the letters. Keeps this at bat alive for Heifert. Doesn't want to lose Gomez here. Gets her swinging and gets the count back full. Heifert trying to battle back from the early 3-0 hole. Another challenge. This one fouled back and high off the backstop over in field number 1.
Yeah,
where Forest Lake and Anoka are playing.
And that should be a good game.
As the final 2 undefeated teams in this double elimination game. That pitch is low. Gomez gets the 1-out walk. And now Julia Byrne. Pitch is low. Down and in.
We talked about the Cardinals are going to wait for their pitchers. They're going to be patient at the plate. They're not, but if they've got something they can hit, this pitch there for a strike, they're going to try and keep that ball in play.
This one hit and past a diving Halverson at third. And Coon Rapids trying to get something going here in the bottom half of the second inning as they go back to the top of the order. Third hit for Coon Rapids. Emma Wright will take over for lead runner Jade Gomez at second base. We go back to the top of the order. Cameron Schmelzer, ground ball to third, leading off the home half of the first. Now with 2 runners on and 1 out. Coon Rapids trying to pad the lead. That pitch outside, 1-0.
Yeah, they're going to try to be aggressive on the bases.
Chops that one, and Zach Nienaber,
he still has it.
Fields it like it was nothing. Textbook example of how it's done. But an 0-2 count for Schmelzer. This one hit back toward the pitcher, and they will get the lead runner over at third.
And that's a big
second. Get the second out.
Yeah, big second out, especially getting that lead runner. Now opportunity for Sam Lom here with 2 away. You saw that. Eford with a smart play going over to the bag at third.
Well, and Lom, you may remember, this one chopped first. Right back to Heifert for his pitch, and easy play over, and Lom is retired for out number 3. The Cardinals threaten a little bit, but leave a couple stranded. They lead 1-0 as we go to the third on CTN.
You sure you don't want some? It's chamomile. Listen, you are extremely terrifying. Just the scariest undead subhuman thing on TV, and I really mean that. But I am worried that you could give my kids nightmares if they see you, so I'm gonna have to block you. So that's it. Oh, and tell the zombies they're blocked too.
It's Memorial Day weekend, and what better way to start it than a back-to-back tournament doubleheader on a sunny Saturday morning and early afternoon.
Yeah, it's a warm, sunny afternoon and morning here at Sand Creek Park, Coon Rapids.
Up in the high 80s, and a very gentle breeze every once in a while, not nearly often enough. And we are cooking on the blacktop behind home plate, but we're enjoying it. Coon Rapids out to a 1-0 lead as we start the third, and a good fastball from Elijah Johnson. Strike 1 to the number 9 hitter, Haley Williams.
Oh, it's just 91, Joe. Feeling like 92. Went up a little bit. But it's certainly good to be back calling games with you. You took a little time off, and J.W. Cox and Jeremy Smith did a great job. But as Dorothy said, there's no place like home, and that's where I feel when I'm with you.
3-pitch strikeout for Elijah Johnson to start the inning here at inning number 3. Her second strikeout of the game, and back to the top of the order. Caitlin Zaske grounded out to first, or to third rather. Up high, 1-0. Goes high again, and Zaske not tempted, 2-0.
You know, I think Coach Nienaber looking for a pretty good outing here from Elijah Johnson.
This one hit well and knocked down by Lom in center. Wanting to is Zaske. The throw bobbled on the backhand by Graham. It looked like it was there in place, if Graham's able to control the little short hop. I think she might have had Zaske, but either way, Zaske safely at second.
Well, yeah, she hesitated too to go to second.
So it'll be a single. She'll move to second on the error. This one popped up right side of the infield. Gomez is there, makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Yeah, and that's a big second out here with a runner at second. You're just concerned about that hitter at the plate. Just leave that runner stranded. Get back to the plate, up 1-0.
Maya Hermanson grounded into a fielder's choice. No choice now, as there's 2 away. And a bad throwback, but maybe not. They threw over Johnson. They've got the runner off base, chased down by Byrne. And what a way Great throw down by Meg Scheck. Threw it right over the head of the pitcher. Johnson took me off guard instead. Abby Graham was at the base, and they caught the lead runner, and they get out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the third. Coon Rapids leading 1-0.
Mom, can we get some ice cream? Please, Mom, please.
No, we're having dinner soon.
Please.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
Live with a human for a while and you get to know a few things. Like, I know she's actually not a morning person. I know she does strange tricks for no treats. I know that water makes her howl like crazy. I even know how the floor stays so clean. She's quick. But the one thing I will never for the life of me know is how she gets so tiny and inside that box. Natalie, how do you get so tiny?
Strong play in the field. Eliminates a base runner for Andover and ends a threat. Gets the Cardinals back on offense. Leading this one 1-0 at the bottom of the third inning. Abby Graham, Meg Scheck, Elia Johnson. The scheduled hitters, they're the ones that rallied with 2 outs to get the Cardinals their 1 run back in the first inning.
Yeah, that's, you know, the meat of their order.
Graham started it with a 2-out double. And now ahead they count 2-0, and Heiferd's going to have to bring her something. Good pitch right there, and Graham watching all the way. 2-1.
Yeah, she needed one coming back.
This one popped back out of play. It'll even the count at 2-2.
Now, Cardinals like to get something going. They know that Andover can score runs. With this part of their order, they can see if they can get on base.
This one is shallow right field, just out of the reach of Strombeck going out for it. Too far for Schultz to get to it, and it's going to fall in no man's land for a leadoff single.
And she'll take that one.
Just right in between them, and a little hesitation late by both Schultz and Strombeck, I think, as either one might have been able to get to it. But Graham will take advantage and get her second into the ballgame. Meg Scheck walked in the first, now looks at a fastball at the letters, strike 1. This one hit well and will fall in front of center fielder Schaefer. And back-to-back singles to start the inning for Coon Rapids.
Yeah, and Graham had to hold up. He wasn't sure if that ball was going to be caught.
Not sure who they put to run. Oh, no, it is.
No.
It is Scheck.
Yep.
Thought he was saying they were running for. Johnson thought about it and maybe should have a nice pitch down the pipe, and Heiferd gets ahead 0-1. Johnson, RBI single to left to drive in the only run so far. And an off-speed pitch, beautifully placed by Heiferd, gets her ahead in the count 0-2.
Now Heiferd in a great situation here against a really good hitter and one that can hit for power.
Goes down after that one, protecting the plate, and fouls it off out of play. It'll stay 0-2. Down and in, and Johnson wisely laves off. Ball 1.
Come on, girls, let's go here. Do the work.
This one hit pretty well to left, but good placement by Zaske. She's there for the catch, and out number 1.
Yeah, again, Zaske doing a good job of just moving a little bit to her left to make that catch for the out. And it's a big one for Andover.
And now Kennedy Kerr also possesses the power for the long ball, but mostly just a very good hitter for average and a great leader for this program throughout her career.
Yes, no question about that.
I believe a 4-year starter?
I think you might be right.
Kerr will drive it to right, back on it to make the catch is Schultz, tagging it, advancing second to third is Abby Graham.
Kennedy gave that one a ride. But Schultz able to remain solid in right field and make the catch. Not before Graham can tag and move to third.
And now Abby Carls will take a look at Heifert with two out and runners at the corners. Scheck trying to attempt the throw, and instead they'll keep Graham close at third, and Scheck will just trot over to second base. Off speed, up and out of the zone. Easy take for Carls. Evens the count 1-1.
Well, if Carls can do something to drive to the gap, that taking of stealing base could be big. Give an opportunity for Scheck now at scoring position as well as Graham at third.
With the foul off the plate and off her ankle, a 1-2 count for Abby Carls. High pop up to short left field. Easy play for Caitlin Zaske. Ends the threat. The Cardinals leave 2 in scoring position. Still, they lead 1-0 as we go to the 4th on CTN.
Hey, you going out like that?
Yeah, why?
Well, what would the neighbors think?
I see you! Come look at Mr. Feather. Look what I have. Mr. Bird, remember? Bark, bark, bark. We're just playing. We're just playing on trying to get you out of there.
Even still.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Bottom of the 3rd inning upcoming, or bottom of the 4th inning, rather, upcoming. Top of the 4th. Top of the 4th. That's where we're where?
We're top of the 4th.
We're Sand Creek, right?
We're at Sand Creek, and it's
Section 7 4A
February
tournament.
3rd.
That part
February
is
3rd.
still correct. It's February?
It's February.
It's
That'd be nice
top
if it was
of the
nice.
4th inning.
Top of the 4th. That is correct.
Maya Hermanson, Morgan Strombeck, and Taysa Heifert will hit for Anoka. Hermanson was at the plate for 1 pitch to end the 3rd. On the throw down by Meg Scheck to Abby Graham, got her caught off between 2nd and 3rd, and then run down by Julia Byrne. So Hermanson to lead off against Elia Johnson. Huskies have had 1 hit in each of the first 3 innings. But only the one time had the runner advance to second, and then she was summarily picked off. As I had previously mentioned, this one foul out of play, and it'll be 0-2.
2 quick strikes for Johnson. And, you know, we talked about at the beginning of this game what a good hitting club Andover is. And a 1-0 lead certainly, we didn't think anyway would go to this part of the game, but pressure a little bit on Johnson now to make sure she keeps the Husky batters off bases.
one hit to the left side. Byrne scoops, throws, and there's one down. Byrne has looked strong on defense in both games so far.
She has. And that's what you need. Strong defense is obviously very important here in this situation. Especially in a game where it's double elimination and the losing Caesars will be over.
Stromback could pop up to short that ended the first inning. Liner right at Care. Easy play, out number 2. Off speed, skips to Scheck behind the plate. 1-0 to Taysa Heifert. Heifert punched out in her only at bat so far. That back leading off the second inning. Trying to start a 2-out rally here in the top of the 4th. This one skied just beyond first base. Graham, plenty of time to get underneath for out number 3. Andover retired in order for the first time today. And Coon Rapids back at the dish, leading 1-0 in the bottom of the 4th after this on CTN.
Extra DWI enforcement is now being served on Minnesota roads. Don't be what you drink. Extra DWI enforcement is now being served on Minnesota roads. Getting busted will cost you thousands. Don't be what you drink.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving.
The smart people with the shade.
Not us. They accused us of being smart.
Forest Lake and Anoka, the last 2 undefeated teams in this double elimination tournament, are playing as we speak. These 2 teams fighting for a chance to get back into the championship round. One will hang up the cleats for the year after today, and it could go either way, as this is a 1-0 game as we start the bottom of the 2nd inning, or 4th inning. Jade Gomez leading things off for Coon Rapids. Gomez fouls that back out of play, 1-1.
Ooh, that was close. Almost got a spectator in field 1.
Down and away, 2-1.
Good patience there by Jade Gomez. That ball was had a little velocity on it, but just a little low.
Got out in front of the off-speed pitch. Good changeup from Heifert. Pushes the count to 2-2. Swung on and missed. Big strikeout. Second of the game for Heifert, and it comes at a big time. Trying to keep her team in this one. Julia Byrne up next. Had a single her first time up. First pitch swinging, hit well towards center, but there easily is Schaefer for out number 2.
A couple of quick outs in the field for Andover, exactly what they need. Just a 1-0 lead for Coon Rapids.
Huskies offense retired in order for the first time in the game in the top half of the 4th, and now Heifert trying to get the Cardinals 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the half of the 4th for the first time. Schmelzer attempts a bunt, pushes it foul down the third base side.
I like the thought, being aggressive, trying to catch that defense, although the third base minder and Halverson is playing in.
Tries bunt again, this time foul back to the backstop, and now it's 0-2. It's going to take that bunt out of play with 2 away here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Just a waste pitch there for Heifert up over the helmet of Cam Schmelzer. This one slapped on the ground at third. Halverson scoops. The throw is not in time. And Schmelzer beats it out for an infield single with 2 out.
Oh, Schmelzer with good speed down the baseline, especially from that left side of the plate. And she's able to beat that one out. Halverson not able to make the throw in time. I'm not sure if, did Williams drop that? I think she beat it anyway, but.
Sam Lom. Look at it, down and away. So an infield single by Schmelzer keeps the inning alive for Lom. Lom struck out and grounded out back to the pitcher. This one slapped and will spin foul in front of Halverson at third. Count is even 1-1. Slaps it at short this time. Fielded, throw not in time. 2 infield singles with 2 outs. Hermanson charged well, got the ball over there quickly, but
Lom's got speed.
But yeah, Lom just flies down the baseline, back-to-back infield singles with 2 away. And now Abby Graham, who is 2 for 2. First pitch, high fly to center. Pretty easy play there for Schaefer for out number 3. Cardinals try to start something, another 2-out rally. Unfortunately, it comes up empty. Still, they lead 1-0. Headed to the 5th, you're watching Section 7 4A softball on CTN.
Did you know that fluorescent bulbs like this must be recycled? These energy-saving bulbs are becoming the norm in the marketplace, but many people don't know they contain mercury, a toxic chemical that can seep into the air if the bulb is broken. All of these bulbs must be recycled, and it's easy to drop them off at the Coon Rapids Recycling Center. Local retailers will often recycle these bulbs as well, but no matter what, do not throw them away. They are considered a hazardous material to our environment. Recycling, made easy for you, right here in Coon Rapids.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Connie Huberty, the head coach of the Andover Huskies, running out of outs. Her team needs to get the bats going. Haven't been able to do much here against Elia Johnson thus far.
Well, the saving grace for Andover is they're just down by a run.
Correct. 1 hit in each of the first 3 innings. And then Johnson able to retire the side in the 4th. Facing Madison Schaefer, Madison Angel, and Sophie Schultz. or Hannah Angel, excuse me.
That one didn't miss by much.
Schaefer thought about it, but keeps the bat on her shoulder, 2-0. Down and in, 3-0 to leadoff hitter Madison Schaefer. Johnson in danger of surrendering her first walk.
Oh, this bat will stay on her shoulder. For a pitch walk.
Not how Johnson wanted to start inning number 5. Madison or Hannah Angel. Two-out single in the second. Called strike. They'll throw down, check the runner, and Schaefer slides back safely. But a good start for Johnson after surrendering the 4-pitch walk.
Well, both those catchers for Coon Rapids pretty aggressive, but I think Scheck maybe a little bit more.
It was a great play to end the third on the throw down to second. High fly down the line in left, nearing foul territory, right on the line.
Wow.
To make the catch was Alex Wright. Schaefer plenty of time to get back to the bag at first.
Good job tracking that ball, but she's got to get in a little quicker. Fortunately, the base runner was not advancing, but she held it a little bit too long. But that nice catch nonetheless.
Sophie Schultz ground out to second on the first pitch she saw. That ended the second inning. Drops down a great bunt here. Scheck will throw to first. Graham covering, gets the out. The sacrifice moves Schaefer, the tying run, into scoring position. But 2 out now.
Yeah, and that's the key, 2 away.
Haley Williams struck out on 3 pitches. Now with the tying run at second, 2 away here in the top of the 5th inning. First pitch hit well to right, drifting to her left to make the catch is Schmelzer. And again, the Huskies able to get a base runner, but leave them stranded. A pretty quick inning in the field. It's still 1-0 Coon Rapids, middle of 5. This is the Section 7 4A softball tournament on CTN.
I adopted Bento in 2010 from a shelter. As it turns out, we have very similar personalities. And this cat makes me make art because he's always motivating me to take pictures of him, to draw pictures of him. He just is motivating artistically. It's just that simple. Well, he's my best friend, but a lot of people know him as Keyboard Cat.
I'm a single mother, and I was the main one working, so I never thought that I could go back to school, you know? My sister, my mother, everybody wanted to help me with my kids. I could not have gotten my diploma without my family.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Back at Sand Creek Park, middle of the 5th inning now. And Coon Rapids leading Andover 1-0. The winner will play on Tuesday. The loser is done for the year.
And it's been a tight one so far. Carlos with that slim 1-0 lead.
RBI single by Elia Johnson back in the bottom of the 1st inning. So far, the only run scored. Scheck, Johnson, and Kerr, really the heart of this order, due up here in the 5th. First pitch popped up left side all day for Hermanson. And that's out number 1.
Yeah, Meg would love to have that one back if she got underneath that pitch. A quick out.
So Johnson an RBI single in the 1st and a fly to left in the 3rd. Now with nobody on, 1 out here in the 5th, takes a pitch at the knees, strike 1. Good start for Heifert here in the bottom half of the 5th. Hit high to the right side, and coming in to make the play from center is Schaefer. That one looked like it might find the soft spot in the defense, but a good job tracking and catching up to it for Schaefer for out number 2.
Yeah, Schaefer making a good play running in from center field and diving for that ball.
Kara pop up and a fly out. Thought about it on the first pitch, and it was a good one. Called the strike, 0-1. And again, with 2 outs, Heifert trying to get the Cardinals 1-2-3 for the first time today. Pitch up and away, 1-0.
Yeah, more importantly, getting her team back to the plate.
This one lofted to right. Easy play for Schultz. The Cardinals done in just 5 pitches in the 5th inning. Still, it's 1-0 Coon Rapids as we head to the bottom, or head to the 6th inning on CTS.
This is my kingdom come. This is my kingdom come.
Hi, I'm Ryan Nagasu, 2010 Olympian and bronze medal winner of the 2014 U.S. Championships. I knew I loved skating at the age of 5, and now it's become my life passion. Find your skating passion at the Coon Rapids Ice Center. Classes are available all year round. It could be the place where your skating dreams come true. See you on ice.
It's a beautiful day out here. Sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 90 miles per hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it, let's go.
A lot of zeros on the scoreboard as we start the 6th inning. 1 run in this game came all the way back at the bottom of the 1st inning. Coon Rapids clinging to the 1-0 lead. Top of the order here for Andover in the top of the 6th inning. And if they don't get it done this time through the rotation, their season could be over. Zaski, big swing and a miss at the first pitch. Second one's down to the dirt. Evens the count 1-1.
Well, yeah, for a team that scored 12 runs in the first 2 innings, I believe, in their first game, having a difficult time getting on the board, and give a lot of credit to Elijah Johnson doing a nice job from the mound here in game 2.
This one hit right back through the middle, leadoff single, second hit of the ballgame for Zaski.
And that's pretty much where they've been getting their hits, is right back up the box.
On 1 hit in 4 of the first 5 innings, I should say. Each of the first 3, and then another single, again a leadoff single in the 5th inning, but they have been unable to this point to string anything together. That's the 5th hit in 6 innings so far for Andover on offense. Good pitch there. Halverson held back the bunt attempt, and it's called a strike. Quick throw down, and Zaski back in time at the bag at first. Intensity ramping up as we get to the later innings here. This one hit high to right. Easy play for Schmelzer. No chance for Zaski to try and advance. And 1 away. Maya Hermanson. 2 ground balls in the ball game. One advanced or reached on a fielder's choice. The other one out on a grounder to third. Both played to the left side of the infield so far in this game. Now with a runner on and 1 out, she tried the bunt, spun foul.
Well, definitely like the thought with 1 away, just advancing that, trying to advance that base runner and see if you can beat that throw out at the bag at first. But more importantly, playing a little small ball, trying to get back in this game and just trailing 1-0.
Again, they'll look at the runner and barely back in time. This time was Zaski.
That was a heck of a throw.
It was a great throw, right where it needed to be. And Gomez played it well, caught it right into the sweep, and Zaski just barely able to get the fingertips back. Plus a called strike made it 0-2. Hermanson stays alive with that foul out of play. One out, 1 on, trailing by 1. Hermanson looks at another 0-2 pitch. This one up and away, and again, they'll check the runner. And Zaski's being a little bit more cautious with her lead and how quickly she's moving back toward the bag.
She does not
knowing that Sheck is definitely not afraid to throw down.
She does not want to get picked off.
This one back to the pitcher. Care for the out at second, but the relay not in time. Hermanson will take over at first, reaching on a fielder's choice for the second time today.
Yeah, importantly, they get that second out, get that lead runner, an opportunity just to get out of this inning unscathed.
Morgan Strombeck, a pop-up to short and a line-out to short. Now with 2 out and a runner on. First pitch, just over the head of Carriage short, and it gets past. And they are going to send Zaski all the way from first, and she is going to score, or Hermanson rather, all the way from first, and she is going to tie the game. Great speed, and that's what it takes to even the score here. A big 2-out hit for Morgan Strombeck.
That's huge, and the fact that the Cardinals couldn't score any runs other than the one that they've scored, allowing Andover to stay in this game. Now they've come back and tied this thing up.
Well, and just a bad angle taken by the left fielder, and it gets past her. Perfectly placed. This one hit high to center. Lam took it off the side of her face, off the heel of her glove, and that's a tough one. Hopefully she's okay,
yeah,
and Strombeck comes home to score. That one just got lost in the sun. And on the error, Heifert takes over at second.
Yeah, that's one that 9 times out of 10, Sam Lam will catch.
It's lost it in the sun. Looks like just kind of a glancing blow off of her cheek. I think it went off the heel of her glove first. So fortunately, she's okay. But just like that here in the top of the 6th inning, the Huskies have taken the lead. Striking for 2 runs here with 2 outs in the top of the 6th inning. Andover trying to upset the Cardinals and finish their season.
We have an official that had to take himself out.
Find Jeff. Need a trainer. Jeff.
Sounds like we need a trainer. What we'll do is take a short break as our umpire is attended to, and return with more of the 6th inning after this. You're watching CTN's coverage of the Section 7 4A softball tournament.
Hart, what's going on? I'm leaving. Why? What did I do? Not enough. You constantly ignore me. You barely eat anything healthy. You're half as active as you used to be. The pressure is just too much. I quit. Okay, I get it. I'll do better. Just please, don't leave. Okay. But remember, if I go, you go.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you. Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
So Andover able to get a couple runs across with 2 outs. Second one on, a little bit of an error charged to the center fielder as Sam Lom lost it in the sun. And it took it off the cheek, a second run scoring on that error. And now Coon Rapids trailing for the first time in the ball game, 2-1.
Well, now the Cardinals are going to have to, obviously get out of this inning, but then rely on their offense. Try and get this lead back.
Well, and only one run for 12 innings of softball today for the Coon Rapids offense.
Yeah, and an offensive team that definitely is not used to that. Although they did have a couple of games where they lost 3-0 to Elk River and then 4-0 to Eden Prairie, and then came back with a big game against Park Center, got the ball going again, and then a 6-0 win against St. Francis here last week.
Madison Schaefer, ground out and a walk.
They should say earlier in the week.
Pitch is in there to even the count, 1-1, 2 outs. A runner at second base here in the top of the 6th inning. Unusual stoppage for an umpire who unfortunately overheated a little bit.
Yeah, hopefully he's okay. He's got some shade and some ice on his neck, a lot of fluids.
Johnson trying to end this inning for the Cardinals, get her team back to the plate. This one spun to the left side. Burn to Gomez, out number 3, but the damage done. 2 runs with 2 outs gives Andover a 2-1 lead. We're in the middle of the 6th inning. You're watching Section 7 4A softball on CTN.
Ballerina.
Sometimes all it takes to be a dad is remembering how to be a kid again. Take time to be a dad today.
So Andover starts it with a single, and a fielder's choice, and then a double that scored the run all the way from first to even the score. And then the next pitch, high fly to deep center, and Kier lost it in the sun a little bit. It goes off her glove, off her cheek, and that scores the go-ahead run. It had been a 1-0 Coon Rapids lead since the bottom of the 1st inning. But we talk about it, this is not a team that's built to win a lot of low-scoring, close games. They're built to really blow up the softball. And just 1 run through 12 innings today, shut out earlier by second seed Anoka. Abby Carls, Jade Gomez, and Julia Byrne, the bottom third of the order, due up for Coon Rapids here in the bottom of the 6th. Heifert got her first 1-2-3 inning in the 5th, and first pitch right back over her head. Solid single for Abby Carls.
So where you want to start? Abby Carl's doing a nice job of just making sure she got on base. Emma Heeman, nope. Emma Wright, I think, is going to be running it.
Emma Heeman, you're up. Sam Long, you got next inning.
Three in, 23 out.
So Emma Heeman.
Like Sam Lom's going to be taking over on the hill.
Emma Heeman's going to bat for Gomez.
Hey, let's go 3. Come on, kid. Come on, 3. Come on up.
Good spot for Emma here. See if she can come through. Emma hitting 200 on the season.
Shows a bunt, drops it down beautifully. Halverson fields, and she did not get it in time. A bunt single for Heeman. Great wheels and good strategy from the skipper, Zach Nienaber.
Well, she couldn't have laid that bunt down any more perfectly as she got that defense caught a little bit. And you talked about the speed on the base pass, allowing her to reach the bag. And
now the tying run in scoring position. Byrne trying to bunt, but falls off the ground, back out of play.
Cardinals looking to at least get that one run back.
And a great bunt again, this time fielded by Angel and thrown down. Solid sacrifice for Byrne, and now the tying run is just 60 feet away and a chance to go ahead in scoring position, and Coon Rapids back to the top of the order.
Smelter in a big spot here.
Smelter 1 for 3 in this afternoon's contest. Down and away, and Heifert being very careful, knowing that a fly to the outfield means a tie ball game right after her offense able to capitalize on a Cardinal error and take a lead late in the game. This one fouled back by Schmelzer off Angel, and 2-1. Carl's the runner at third. Heeman the runner at second. 2-1 count to Schmelzer. Grounded to third. They'll come home. Right slides in safely. The ball skips away. Heeman is safe at third. Scurrying over to second is Schmelzer. Schmelzer reaches on a fielder's choice, but the throw did not get away. It skipped out of the glove of Angel. Allowed Wright to slide in safely and tie the game. And now Heeman, representing the go-ahead run, is at third base. And Schmelzer, who would serve as insurance, in scoring position, just one out for Sam Law. Looks at that one up around her shoulders, 1-0.
Hey, let's go, Ted!
Yeah, Cardinals definitely getting that tying run back, but putting a little mustard here together.
This one chopped back to the mound. They'll check the lead runner, and now she's going to try and score, and she is in safely. Great job by Heeman. She bunts and reaches. Then a great job sliding around the tag at the plate to put the Cardinals back in front, 3-2.
Yeah, we've got such a good spot sitting where we are, looking right at the plate, and just a great job by Heeman and a gutsy move to bring it in, especially when that ball was hit in the infield like it was. But just a great job by Emmy Heeman getting that, first getting on base and getting around. And then
Heifert did the right thing, looked the runner back at third, and then went on to first to get the second out. But just heads up running and great speed from Emma Heeman, and the Cardinals back in front now, 3-2.
We've talked about their aggressive base running all season long, and it's been kind of a trademark of this team, and it comes there into fruition. You get that third run, and now you're back in the driver's seat. Still not out of this inning.
Abby Graham 2 for 3. First pitch rolled back to the pitcher. Heifert easy play over to Williams at first, but the Cardinals get 2. Andover scores 2 in the top half. The Cardinals answer with 2 of their own in the home half, and we go to the 7th. Andover needs 1 to tie, or the season is over. You're watching the Section 7 4A tournament on CTN.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride. First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
Back at Sand Creek. And Coon Rapids fell behind for the first time and then retook the lead in the bottom half of that 6th inning. And now trying to close it out. Coming on with a save attempt is Sam Lom, who pitched pretty well but took the loss in this morning's contest against Anoka.
Yeah,
He's got no run support.
Looking for Sam, be efficient here in one inning of work. Just get those 3 outs and move on to Tuesday and remain alive in this tournament.
Well, bottom third of the order due up for Andover here in the top of the 7th. Hannah Angel will dig in. First batter to look at Sam Lom. And a good fastball called to strike, 0-1. Angel 1 for 2, singled back in the 2nd inning. Foul down the line. Lob taking over in the circle. Elia Johnson moves over and replaces Jade Gomez at first.
So we've got Euland in right.
I would assume then Schmelzer moves over back to center.
Correct.
Pitch in the dirt, skips to the backstop. Alam's got a couple to waste. Now a 1-2 count to Angel. Cardinals trying to move on to the 4th round on Tuesday, trying to make the Final 4. This one skied behind, will stay in play. Sheck not able to squeeze it, and Angel has another life.
Yeah, and Meg certainly not happy with herself. Felt that she should have grabbed that one, but it's tough. You're looking up. It's a tough one. You're running right into the fence. Not an easy grab to make, but you're right, Angel keeping her at bat alive.
Living on borrowed time now. Nobody out, leading off. Needing a run to keep this game going. This one foul. One just foul in front of Byrne, and good battle going for Angel here. Couple of 2-strike fouls after popping up and surviving a scare as it skipped away from Sheck. 1-2 again from Sam Lom. Tried to tempt her with something out of the zone. Angel not buying.
Yeah, she had a pitch to waste.
2-2.
Yeah, pitch to waste, and see if she can get her to swing at something up in the zone.
Another 2-strike foul. Angel not going away easily. Off-speed pitch. Angel out in front of it. Slow roller to Johnson. Flips to Graham. Covering at second, and that's out number 1.
All right, good job just communicating in the infield, making sure that Graham came over for the out. E with a soft little toss to her for out number 1.
And now Sophie Schultz. Ground out in a sacrifice in her 2 at-bats. Again, a Huskies team that scored, 12 runs?
In their last game.
In this morning's contest.
Yep.
Avoiding elimination there. And now roller coaster of a 6th. As they took the lead, but then saw it just as quickly disappear in the bottom half. 0-1 to Sophie Schultz. Mom lofts that one up over her head, 1-1.
It's got away a little bit from her.
Still a 1-1 game. Schultz fooled by that one, not able to catch up with the fastball, 1-2.
Let's see if she comes back with that pitch.
Well, Mom's done a really nice job of this inning of mixing up the speeds of her pitches. This one skied in the infield. Schultz, or Graham rather, over, under, out number 2. And Andover down to their final out of the year. And it's their number 9 hitter, Haley Williams, trying to keep their season and their hopes alive. Pitch high, 1-0. Lom trying to close the door for the Cardinals and punch their ticket to the round of 4 on Tuesday. Williams fouls it off out of play, 1-1.
Again, just trying to keep her composure, just make sure she gets these last couple of strikes and moves on to Tuesday.
And it looked to me like she swung. They'll look down.
Nope.
And they will say no swing. Held it on her shoulder.
Meg thought.
I think that's a fortunate call.
I think so as well.
For Williams and the Huskies. 2-1 instead of 1-2. Lom will till the rubber again and bring it to the plate. Swung on and missed. And 1 strike away from getting the save. And Lom, again, is the one who lost it in the sun. Got charged with an error that allowed the go-ahead run to score in the top of the 6th inning. Cardinals come back and get 2 in the bottom half, and now Lom on to try and finish it off. She had the start in game 1, ended up taking the loss against Anoka. Now trying to get the save for her squad here against Andover, leading 3-2. Another 2-2 pitch with 2 outs, swung on and missed, and this one is over.
And a nice way for her to finish it after getting that ball off her cheek and giving up. They gave up the lead, coming back, getting that lead back, coming in, pitching that last inning, getting the save, her 3rd of the year. And the Cardinals will move on to Tuesday. Their season stays alive. Andover, their season has come to a close.
Williams got a piece of it, but a good squeeze by Scheck. Scheck started at second in the first. A great job behind the plate here in game number 2. And just a very efficient, strong inning to get the save for Sam Lom. And an exciting one for the Cardinals to come away with.
It was
a 3-2 win. You know, Andover trailing all game, gets a couple of runs in the top of the 6th. The Cardinals answer with a couple of runs in the bottom half. And then Lom closes the door in the top of the 7th. Shuts the door on the season for the Andover Huskies and gets the Cardinals to the round of 4 in Section 7 4A play.
Yeah, disappointed, obviously, by that loss to Anoka. Anoka's a very good team. Now they've lost to them the 2 times that they've played them on the season. But, you know, coming back here and then losing that lead, that 1-0 lead late in the game, but just showing their moxie, able to come back and get that lead, scoring a couple of runs to get the 3-2 lead, and then Blom coming in and shutting it down.
And we are glad to have been a part of it all. We're glad that you joined us for the ride, and now it's time for us to say goodbye. Again, the final score from Sand Creek Park, it's Coon Rapids 3, Andover 2. Want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including graphics master Jeremy Millington, my partner Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying goodnight.